Hi, and welcome to another edition of the DJ Roscoe Sports Show for this Taco Tuesday, February 7th, 2023, coming to live Palatial State here in Dallas, Pennsylvania. We're not in my dark black trolley for once, doing a quick sports show from the house, from La Casa. The kids are sleeping on the monitors. It's so good. It's golden. Some time to do a quick sports show. Just so the Pittsburgh Penguins get a nice overtime win, game-winning goal scorer by the. He's a terrific player. Persevered through a lot of things this year. He overcame a stroke. Chris Letang, assisted by the great future Hall of Famer Sidney Crosby, with the overtime winning goal for Letang. Penguins come back and beat the Colorado Avalanche, the defending Stanley Cup champions, 2-1. It's a nice Penguins win over the Avalanche tonight. The Knicks got a nice win over the Orlando Magic tonight. In basketball, so they're playing pretty well. The Nets, Kyrie Irving finally got what he wanted. And for all Net fans, I know he's a talented player, but hallelujah, hallelujah, they got rid of Kyrie Irving because he was such a headache between not wanting to get vaccinated and playing in the home games last year. And then what else? And then there was all the controversies with the documentary he recommended or retweeted on Amazon that he was suspended for this year, and then he was playing pretty well after a while after he came back from that suspension. But then out of nowhere, with a week to go before the trade deadline, which is now this Thursday, he's like, I want to get out of here. And he's a free agent at the end of the year. So now they traded him to the Dallas Mavericks. He'll be connected now with teaming up with Luka Doncic, a terrific basketballer, but very ball-dominated basketball player. Scores a lot of points, holds the ball a lot. So I don't know if him and Kyrie Irving will mesh. So they're not going to play any defense, but they'll score a lot of points and make Mark Cuban's Dallas Mavericks team very interested in a wide-open Western Conference team. They still think Golden State, as much as they've struggled, could still beat all those teams in the West. But we'll see what happens because that's going to be, he's a train wreck everywhere he goes. But will he be on his best player to play well so he can get big money as a free agent this year? An extension possibly for Dallas, he better, because if he doesn't play well, he's going to be lucky to get a decent one-year deal. So Kyrie Irving out with Brooklyn. For now, they're going to hold on to Kevin Durant, the great Kevin Durant, who's coming back from injury. And that whole thing in Brooklyn was just a disaster because they had Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden at one point for that short run. They never won a championship, never made it beyond the second round. Constant injuries, constant suspension, especially with Kyrie Irving, and now they have nothing to show for it. So what a waste. And we'll see. Kyrie Irving will try to redeem himself in Dallas, and I think he'll do okay, but I don't think they're going to go anywhere. They'll just be a fun team to watch for a little while until the next explosion of Kyrie Irving shows up, because at some point seems like he implodes everywhere he goes and gets annoyed and gets upset. So who knows what's going to happen with that. But you have that. Knicks playing pretty well. Nets are crazy. Kyrie Irving is gone, so maybe they'll actually be better now because they're still going they're probably going to make the playoffs. They're a better defensive team with Dinwiddie they got and the other guy they got in the trade. So they lose some of the talent, the offensive scoring, but they might be a better overall team now since Kyrie Irving deal. So we'll see what happens with that. And the Sixers still playing very well. Joel Embiid, one of the best players in basketball. The Bucks are still going to be good. The Celtics are still red hot, playing great basketball. And then LeBron James tonight could possibly, against the Oklahoma City Thunder, in LA, formerly Staples Center, now the Crypt.com arena, one of those Bitcoin arenas. LeBron James can become the all-time leading scorer. Only needs 36 points to pass the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He'll be in the building tonight. They'll have to try to do it on Thursday in LA against Giannis, the Milwaukee Bucks, but I think it's going to happen tonight for this Tuesday, February 7th. Great chance for it to happen. LeBron James just 36 points away from the all-time leading scorer in basketball history. It's still, to me, Michael Jordan's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Bill Russell has the most championship rings. Jordan has won all 6-0 in the NBA Finals. Was MVP in all those NBA Finals. Was great, in my mind, the greatest player of all time. Kobe Bryant's up there as one of the great players, one of the great competitors. So as much as people want to get on LeBron, and maybe he's not, I wouldn't say he's the best of all time, but he's definitely top 5. He still, made it to 10 NBA Finals, won 4 of them, won in all 3 places he went to, including back in his hometown in Cleveland when he came back there. The 2 in Miami, which I know annoyed a lot of people when he took his talents to Miami. And then in LA, even if it was, they call it in the bubble, the quote-unquote title. Everyone had a chance to win that title in the bubble, and he got it done. So LeBron is a winner. He's, I know he rubs people the wrong way sometimes, and sometimes, the Skip Bayless of the world will nitpick on his free throw shooting that doesn't get it, and some of his key 3-pointers that he doesn't connect on late in the game. LeBron James is about to be the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. What a remarkable achievement, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar will be there to celebrate him tonight, which is something Wilt Chamberlain didn't do when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar broke his record, I think, in 1984. So good on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for for supporting LeBron James, and great to see LeBron James get this record because, like I said, he's an all-time great. He might not be the best, but he's at least top 5. He's in Mount Rushmore of basketball, all-time great basketball players. So, fun night of basketball. NBA trade deadline on Thursday, so that'll be interesting. Kyrie Irving's gone. We'll see what happens next, but as of now, I think Durant will stay, and then, like I said, LeBron will be the all-time leading scorer, and it's frenzy in the West, where no one's separated in the standings, and in the East, a lot of great teams. So we'll see what happens with basketball. Hockey, the Rangers playing pretty well, so they got a nice big overtime win last night. That was fun to see, I think, against Calgary. So basketball, hockey, the Hockey All-Star Game was fun the other day. Kachuk got the MVP with 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points on the day, so that was fun. In South Beach, Florida, they had a bartender behind Mark Messier and the commentators on ABC ESPN on Saturday. So that was fun to see. The Hockey All-Star Game was a good time. The Basketball All-Star Game will be the week after the Super Bowl on February 19th, the same day as the Daytona 500. So that'll be fun to watch as well. The Hockey All-Star Game next year will be in Toronto, they've already announced. The hockey, the basketball game, the football game became like was it tickle fight or pillow fight, and flag football, I think, now, basically. And the Manning brothers were behind it as the competitive coaches. Eli Manning's squad, the NFC squad, came out on top by 2 points, 35-33. It was kind of fun. The dodgeballs they were throwing at each other earlier in the week on Thursday. It was fun. You're technically a Pro Bowl, you're an All-Star, but I still missed it when it was an actual game, especially after the Super Bowl. So some of those players from the Super Bowl could play in it, and people actually cared. And the late great Sean Taylor once, he totally crushed a player on the field and still took it seriously. And even if you don't want to get anyone hurt, I understand you want to keep everyone safe at the end of the season and not risk injury in such a violent sport like football. But there's got to be a way. I know it was bad when the game was towards the end, the last few years when they played the game. It was like if you touched the guy or breathed on the guy, they just blew the whistle and the play was dead. So I don't know. They had fun. It was fun times in Vegas, but I still wish they played a real Pro Bowl game. So I missed that. So football All-Star Game happened. That was a little bit of a snooze fest. Basketball All-Star Game will be coming the week after the Super Bowl. Hockey All-Star Game was fun. And baseball, back before you know it. I like to always say this. Pitchers and catchers are basically going to start this Monday, February 13th, in just a few days, leading up to the World Baseball Classic, which is March 8th through the 21st, which is like the World Cup for baseball. First Yankee spring training game is February 25th in just a couple of weeks, so that'll be here before you know it on Yes Network and the Yes app. And then what else do we have? March 30th is opening day for Major League Baseball. The San Francisco Giants versus New York Yankees. Aaron Judge, Big Ten contract extension. He'll be in the Bronx, hopefully hitting a big home run. And Carlos Rodon, the Yankees had, and all these big players who will play in left field. Who knows? But spring training is starting up this week. So hallelujah, hallelujah. And you have spring training games. You have opening day coming up March 30th. Rail Riders opening day is March 31st, Friday, March 31st. So very excited. Baseball's back and be here before you know it. So I'm very pumped for the return of baseball. Couldn't come soon enough. So I'm very, very excited for that. And big news, I was announced last week. I know a lot of people didn't expect this, but I got an interview for a few weeks. I was waiting for the results, and I will be the new head baseball coach at Luzerne County Community College, the Trailblazers. My kids like the little horse. They go, nay. And I will be their new head coach because they actually hadn't had a team for the last few years since COVID, and now we're restarting the program. We're getting the band back together. We're trying to get some good guys there on the team, good players, good coaches, and really just start rebuilding with a nice foundation. And I think it's very exciting. Can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of challenges along the way. I know it's not gonna be easy, but I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. Can't wait for baseball season to start. To follow baseball, and now to coach baseball and to help run a baseball program. So it's gonna be a team effort. Can't wait to be the new head baseball coach at Luzerne County Community College. So anyone who's wants to inquire about playing for Luzerne County Community College, we would love to have anyone go out for the team, try out for the team. Anyone on campus, anyone from the local area, we'll be interested to see. But we can't wait to see who we have out there. Have some workouts and see what's going to come for this new exciting program of return of the Luzerne County Community College baseball program. So that's exciting. And then, of course, also with football news, before we quickly get into the Super Bowl prediction, Aaron Rodgers is supposed to take a 4-day in like the darkness in the forest, he says, to decide if he's going to retire or come back or maybe come to my Jets and break their 12-year playoff drought. Hopefully, hallelujah, I want him to finally do something to help my Jets. That'd be great. He's a little bit of a head case. And then Tom Brady, for now, looks like this is what's going to stick. Last week on February 1st, just like he did the year before on February 1st when we were in Disney, he is now retired from football. He says he won't broadcast for Fox until the following year, until fall of 2024. So Greg Olson, he's saying hallelujah, hallelujah. He gets to be with Kevin Burkhardt as the main broadcaster team, and they're going to broadcast the Super Bowl this Sunday, February 12th, from Arizona at the Arizona Cardinals football stadium. So Brady plans to do the broadcasting thing, but not. He'll take like a gap year, like you in between high school and college, and you want to take a break to relax after all this craziness that happened, and the divorce with Giselle, and the long 23-year playing career. Still, I know a lot of people was like, and back when I was like, until he goes a full year without playing, I can't fully buy that he wouldn't come back. Especially it was like hometown, his favorite team, the San Francisco 49ers, growing up. But for now, he made a heartfelt Instagram post last week on the beach. He made some like. He's done. It's not going to be a long farewell letter or party. And he's content. He was decent this year, but definitely was not the same player as he was. He's 45, going to be 46 in August. So it's time. And, he had 3 nice years in Tampa, made the playoffs every year. This year was a little bit of a down year, still won the division. Even with a losing record for the first time in his career, won a Super Bowl with Tampa. So it proved he could win without Bill Belichick. And he seems content with the decision. So as much as I couldn't stand him as a rival Jets fan all those years when the Patriots had destroyed them for 20 years, I'd say kudos, a tip of the cap to the great Tom Brady, the GOAT, 7-time Super Bowl champion, 10 Super Bowl appearances, and thankfully Nick Foles won the 1 Super Bowl with the Eagles last time the Eagles won the Super Bowl 5 years ago, and then the 2 Eli Manning Super Bowls, including the undefeated Patriot team that went down in flames when Eli Manning and the Giants knocked them off in upsets. If it wasn't for them, he'd have 10 Super Bowls. He'd have a Super Bowl ring on every finger, on all 10 fingers. But he made 10 Super Bowls, won 7 Super Bowls, has all the records, and he's a class act. And I don't think anyone will top him. As great as Pat Mahomes is, and all the great things he's doing at such a young age, 27 years old, I think he's in a class of his own. I think Tom Brady will go down for sure as the GOAT, and I don't see anyone top him. Definitely not in the winning category. Maybe some of the passing stats. Because if you breathe on the quarterback or the receiver's funny, it's an offensive passing league. You can pass for tons of yards. So maybe that could be broken, but I don't think the win in the Super Bowls will ever be matched. So kudos to a great career. Still back in my mind, just like Gronkowski came back at one point with Gronk, could come back, but I think this is it for Tom Brady. So great career. I was very happy I got to see him play in a game back in 2019, the Sam Darnold I See Ghosts game on Monday Night Football with my brother, with October 21st, 2019. So I got to see Brady at 42 years old, so a lot more football left in him still for a few more years. And it was last year as the Patriots turned out, and he lit up my Jets. Didn't like seeing that, but I'm glad I got to see Tom Brady play in person. Got to be there. His first year in the NFL was in 2000 when I was a freshman in college. Not freshman, I was a freshman in high school his first year in 2000. I was a freshman in high school at Scranton High School, and now I'm 36. I'll be 37 later this year, and now I'm going to be a baseball coach in college. So time has flown by. The video game graphics have flown by and gotten so much better and more realistic since when he started his career. He was even drafted by the Montreal Expos, the last Montreal Expo player, prospect back in 1995 to still be playing professional sports, and that was Tom Brady all these years later, now almost 28 years later. So kudos to a great career to Tom Brady. Still couldn't stand him when he was destroying my Jets, but when he got to the Bucs, it didn't seem to mind. I'm glad he won a Super Bowl and proved that he's the more influential player in my mind, and the influential reason why they won over Bill Belichick. As great as a coach Bill Belichick is, I think Tom Brady, he got it done, and he deserved the bulk of the credit. As Belichick is a true defensive mind, but since Brady has left the Patriots, they're a 500 team. Even when they make the playoffs, they can't really do anything. And also Brady did 80 for Brady. Looks like a fun movie with a great Rita Moreno, Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, and and what Sally Field, and Gronk is in that too, and Julian Edelman, Guy Fieri. So that came out this past week, and also that weird Knock on the Cabin, M. Night Shyamalan. I'm sure there was a weird twist to that movie, just like all of them, Sixth Sense and everything else. So yeah, those were good movies. But yeah, 80 for Brady came out this week, and that looked like fun. He joked on Twitter right after he announced he was retiring, when that movie came out. He basically is like, oh, now I'm retired, I can watch it 4 times in a row. I could sneak into my own movie. So the movie looks like a fun movie, based on a true story from that Super Bowl from 6 years ago when they came back from 23 down with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons, and all-time great comeback, and the Patriots came back. The Falcons choked, Patriots came back, and the only overtime Super Bowl in the whole history of in the NFL is now going to be Super Bowl 57 this upcoming Sunday, and it's the only time it's ever gone into overtime. So very happy that if this is it, Tom Brady gets to go out on his own terms, had a great career, and we'll see what's next. But right now he has the movie 80 for Brady. Gonna take a year off, I guess, relax. I'm sure you'll see him around. There's still probably rumors if he wants to come back with the Niners, especially with Brock Purdy getting hurt in the NFC Championship game to the Eagles. But I think this is it, and then we'll see how he does as a full-time broadcaster in another year, if that's what he ends up committing to do that, which is what he said on Colin Cowherd's show yesterday afternoon. So, tip of the cap, the great Tom Brady. So we talked about football, basketball. March Madness will be here before you know it, so hooray! The brackets and all that, we'll cover that, and hockey, and trade deadlines, and LeBron James going for the all-time scoring record, and Kyrie Irving finally leaving the Nets. Baseball comeback, hockey, the Penguins a nice win tonight, and now quickly, Super Bowl 57 this Sunday, February 12th. Happy 12th, Sugar. That's our special Happy 12th day. February 12th at 6:30 on Fox. It's going to be in Glendale, Arizona, where the Arizona Cardinals play in their home stadium. It was a bad year, even though I like to watch their Inside Hard Knocks show this year on HBO. And J.J. Watt, his last year in the NFL, played great, and now him and Tom Brady will go into the Hall of Fame together, which is exciting. My wife's excited that Ben Roethlisberger, because Brady came back after retirement last year, Ben Roethlisberger doesn't have to share his Hall of Fame week, and the Steelers fans don't have to share it with Brady, but Brady and J.J. Watt will be enshrined in the Hall of Fame together if everything stands the way it is, and they stay retired, which I think it will be. But yes, it'll be exciting Super Bowl this Sunday. And drum roll, please. Who am I picking? It's a tough one to call. I like both teams. So many great storylines. You got Mama Kelsey, Donna Kelsey, I think her name is. First brothers in the Super Bowl with the great Travis Kelsey, star tight end of the Chiefs, and the great offensive lineman, center of the Eagles, Jason Kelsey. So they each have a Super Bowl championship already in their careers, so that at least softens the blow a little bit. One of them is going to win another Super Bowl this weekend. The mom will be there cheering them on. Last year, she went to both of their playoff games on the same day. Eagles played in the afternoon game against Tampa Bay last year, and the Chiefs played at night against the Steelers in Big Ben's last game. So you got the brother versus brother Super Bowl. Juju Smith-Schuster, even though he banged up his knee in the AFC Championship game, with that nice victory over Joe Burrow and the Bengals. When a lot of people did not think the Chiefs were going to get it done with the banged-up Bengal Pat Mahomes, and they beat the Bengals, and everyone was calling it Burrowhead instead of Arrowhead, and the Bengals got a little too cocky for their own good. As good as the Bengals are, and as talented as Joe Burrow is, the Bengals offensive line could not protect him out there, and the Chiefs got lots of sacks, and when they needed to, Pat Mahomes got it done, got the first down, and then the defensive player made a bad mistake for the Bengals, pushed him out of bounds, got the 15-yard penalty, and the walk-off field goal for the Chiefs. So, and so Juju Smith-Schuster, the former Steeler, who would have loved to see him as a Steeler, will go to the Super Bowl. He's in the Super Bowl this year. Andy Reid, who coached the Eagles for 14 years, made a Super Bowl with Don McNabb back in the day against Brady and the Patriots. He's coaching his former team against his former team, the Eagles, and this is a chance to win his second Super Bowl in his career after winning that Super Bowl against the 49ers with the Chiefs, breaking their 50-year Super Bowl drought a few years ago. The Eagles trying to win another Super Bowl after winning their first one 5 years ago against Brady and the Patriots, the big upset win with the Philly Special, and Nick Foles. They're trying to get it done now with Jalen Hurts as their quarterback. So many different things. Even the first Super Bowl between two African-American starting quarterbacks with Jalen Hurts and Pat Mahomes. They're both MVP finalists this year. Because Jalen Hurts got hurt late in the year, probably Pat Mahomes will get that award. But a lot of firsts, a lot of excitement, including brother versus brother with the Kelsey brothers going head-to-head. So either way, I like both teams. I like the explosive offense of the Chiefs. Still a little skeptical if Jalen Hurts and Pat Mahomes are fully healthy, but at this point, who is fully healthy this late in the year? Jalen Hurts still has his shoulders, seems to be in some pain, running the ball a lot like as he does, and still trying to throw it. So you wonder if his shoulders going to hold up to throw the ball and take some of the hits when he's running. Pat Mahomes, you wonder how mobile he can be and with that banged up ankle, but I think they're gonna, they'll take some Tylenol or ibuprofen, and they'll try to their best out there, and it will be a fun Super Bowl. I think it's gonna go close, down to the wire. Eagles are a slight favorite in this game. I'm just going to give the Eagles, as much as I kind of almost want to side with the Chiefs to be contrarian here, I'm going to go with the Eagles with a slight advantage. Tiny advantage. I'll go with the Eagles winning 27-24 over the Kansas City Chiefs. I just think they have a little too much explosion offensively. The pass rush is just monstrous out there. I know they were facing guys after a while, but Purdy got hurt and had to come back in. And then their backup quarterback got hurt with a concussion. They were facing quarterbacks who couldn't throw the ball. They had to hand the ball off every time. But the pass rush is what knocked out those quarterbacks and then dominated Daniel Jones and the Giants the week before. I just think the Eagles' pass rush will be all over Pat Mahomes. Mahomes might be running for his life, similar to the Super Bowl 2 years ago when Brady, 2 years ago today, when Brady and the Buccaneers and that monstrous defensive pass rush made Mahomes run for his life, and he's banged up, hobbled on the bad ankle. I think the Eagles' defense will do a number on Mahomes. Mahomes will still make his plays, and then also the banged-up wide receivers. A lot of their offensive weapons are banged up. They're going with third and fourth string receivers, like in the AFC Championship game. They had 2 weeks to rest up and heal, but I still think it's going to be a big chore for the Chiefs. They'll put up some points. The Eagles, like I said, if when he's healthy and when he's been playing, and he's not perfectly healthy, but he's healthy enough. It was 16-1 this year when Jalen Hurts was a starting quarterback. So I think Jalen Hurts, if you keep him upright, offensive line will protect him against pretty good Chiefs pass rush, and I think the Eagles' running game will run over the Chiefs. And I just think the Eagles' defense just a little bit better with that pass rush, and Pat Mahomes a little bit limited with the ankle. And I think the Eagles' offense, especially with the power running game and the nice receiving game with Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, I think they're just going to be a tiny little bit better and a little bit healthier than the Chiefs, who are not fully healthy, and they don't have the elite receiver like Tyreek Hill, who left in the offseason to go to the Miami Dolphins. But still amazing how Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs' offense still did great this year, even without him. Travis Kelce, the tight end of the Chiefs, he'll be a tough one to stop, but a lot of times he'll be double-teamed, and who knows which receivers will be healthy enough for the Chiefs to pick up the slack when he gets double-teamed like he did in the championship game against the Bengals. I'm going to go with the Eagles' slight advantage, win it. I'll say that the game is close, neck and neck for most of the game, and then the Eagles, Jalen Hurts gets them in scoring position and gets them set up for a Jake Elliott game-winning field goal from like 35 yards, and the Eagles, Philly special, 5 years later, win their second Super Bowl in their history. Nick Sirianni, the head coach, will win the Super Bowl this time after Doug Peterson did it before and now did a great job with the Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence this year. Eagles win it 27-24, the Kansas City Chiefs. They win the Super Bowl, second in their franchise history. And I don't want people, if the Chiefs lose, to get on Pat Mahomes like, oh, now you've been to 3 Super Bowls and you've lost 2 out of 3. If he wins this one, he'll have won 2 out of 3, and he's at such a young age. Still a great player, still an all-time great Hall of Famer right now, and after just playing 5 seasons in the NFL as a starter. The other year was a backup for Alex Smith, his rookie year. Still amazing what he's done. Now 3 Super Bowl appearances, 5 straight AFC Championship game appearances, all at home in his entire career as a starter. He's made at least AFC Championship game every time. Besides that, Super Bowl 2 years ago when they got blown out by the Bucs. The only time they've ever lost playoff games were the 2 overtime AFC Championship games to the Patriots and the Bengals a few years ago. So it's great the Chiefs got to this far. I think the Chiefs will be dangerous. That passing game, if Mahomes gets some time, he could cause some problems to the Eagles. The Eagles' secondary could get picked apart here. So Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs have a great chance to win this. And if they fall short, as long as they put a respectable effort and play hard and keep the game close, there's nothing to be ashamed of. So I think the Chiefs are a heck of a team. I think it's going to be a hell of a Super Bowl. Eagles just slightly healthier, a little bit of advantage on defense and offense, and with their healthier, skilled players. So I'm going to go with Eagles 27-24 with the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl this year. I'll go with the Super Bowl MVP. I'll have to say Jalen Hurts. I said Jalen Hurts gets it done. Jalen Hurts running and passing the ball will stay healthy enough, and he'll grit it out and hopefully get healthy in the offseason. I think he'll be the Super Bowl MVP. For Super Bowl 57, I think Rihanna will be a fun halftime performance. I think she'll Bring Down the House, singing Umbrella, and all the other Shine Bright Like a Diamond, all the other great songs she has, including the Oscar-nominated new song she has from the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie, which is now on Disney Plus since February 1st. Check it out. Terrific movie. Great tribute to the late, great Chadwick Boseman. Lots of ups and downs and excitement in that movie, and lots of emotion. Raw emotion, twists and turns. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But Black Panther Wakanda Forever, can't wait to see it. Missed out in theaters to see it, but we saw it on Disney Plus this past week. Great movie, and Rihanna, she probably will sing that as well, and she'll be at halftime performance this Sunday. A lot of, I'm sure, funny commercials in the Super Bowl. They're going to have a Breaking Bad reunion with Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston, Walter White, Heisenberg, and Jesse Pinkman, and that'll be fun for like a tasty chip commercial. And I'm sure they'll have a lot of the beer commercials and electric car commercials. Melissa McCarthy and her husband are going to have a funny commercial. Looking forward to the Breaking Bad commercial. The big Breaking Bad film, one of my favorite shows of all time. So Super Bowl, the commercials are usually funny. Some are stupid, but most of them are pretty funny. Looking forward to that. Rihanna will probably do a great job with the halftime show. The upcoming big blockbuster movies, including it's like Fast Furious 100th, the 100th one coming out. The 10th one, I think, is coming out on May 19th. They're going to have a trailer for that coming up for the Super Bowl. So a lot of excitement. We'll see. Gronk is going to do some kicking competition during the Super Bowl. So it'll be fun to see. My official prediction, though, is Eagles, close one, 27-24, with the Kansas City Chiefs to win Super Bowl 57. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Hit them low, hit them high, and watch those Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. My wife can't stand the Eagles because she just thinks the fans, between them throwing snowballs at Santa all those years ago, that she just thinks they're obnoxious. I don't mind the Eagles. Since I moved to Pennsylvania from New York almost like 20-something years ago, they were bad when I first moved here, and then they got pretty good, and I'm a big fan of Dominic McNabb coming out of Syracuse. Andy Reid was their head coach, and I was excited the Eagles finally won that first Super Bowl 5 years ago. And I was so happy. Whenever the Patriots or Cowboys lose, I'll get excited. So, yeah, so I hope the Eagles win. They're the hometown team in Philadelphia, but I don't mind the Chiefs either because I love Pat Mahomes, a terrific quarterback. His dad was a relief pitcher for the New York Mets back in 99-2000 when the Mets were pretty good. They're pretty good again, and little Pat Mahomes with the little kid running around with his dad. So, big Pat Mahomes fan. I think he's a great quarterback, a big Andy Reid fan. Just eating all the tasty fast food, and a great offensive-minded coach. Travis Kelce, terrific guy. I love the Kelce versus Kelce Super Bowl brother matchup, and it's their mom cheering on their two sons. One of them is going to go home without winning a Super Bowl, but they both have championships. They're both future Hall of Famers. Juju Smith-Schuster, if he wins it with the Chiefs, would be cool. So, a lot of great storylines, and hopefully the commercials and halftime and the whole game itself is not a letdown. We don't have any blowouts like we've had in the past, so hopefully it's a fun Super Bowl. So last year's Super Bowl was pretty good with the Rams and the Bengals, and the Rams coming back late. So enjoy the Super Bowl, have a fun, safe time. Don't drink and drive. Make sure if you have to, just chill at your friend's house. If you're having a Super Bowl party, it's like wash, rinse, repeat. You're eating your chicken wings, I would eat, stuff myself with pizza and wings and all that stuff, and then I'd have like an orange to boot for some health. I'd just throw that in there so I could live a little longer for the healthy, and then I'd fall asleep like Thanksgiving the trip, and then I'd wake up and start eating again and watch the Super Bowl. So should be fun. Have a great, safe time, and enjoy Super Bowl 57 this Sunday. It should be a great experience. So have a great time. So baseball is back before you know it. I get to be a college baseball coach, which is exciting as well, and still help out with Penn State's Scranton with basketball and all that stuff. So that's fun. Basketball with all that stuff. LeBron James becoming the all-time leading scorer. That's going to be awesome. The NBA trade deadline, Kyrie to Dallas. We'll see how that all goes. And hockey and the Baby Penguins are going to come back. They're playing a game on this Saturday night at 6 o'clock. Check them out, Mohegan Center Arena at Casey Plaza in Wilkes-Barre. And then, football. Brady's retired. Aaron Rodgers is going to do some social to see if he's going to retire. Maybe he'll come to my Jets. Fingers crossed. And we'll see. But, should be a fun Super Bowl. I'm going to go with the Eagles 27-24 with the Chiefs. And, watch on Disney Plus Black Panther Wakanda Forever. That's streaming now. A for Brady looks good. There's a Magic Mike sequel, the supposedly Last Dance Magic Mike, the third one, coming out this Friday, so check that out if you're interested. Your Place or Mine. Reese Witherspoon, Ashton Kutcher have a romantic comedy on Netflix coming out this week. And then, of course, the big one next week, the week after the Super Bowl, the same weekend of the NBA All-Star Game and Daytona 500, the new Ant-Man movie, which looks amazing. Paul Rudd looks like he's younger than me, though he's like 54 years old, and he still looks like he's 25 years old. So that will be exciting. The new Ant-Man movie comes out next Friday, February 17th. So Avatar's still doing great. Cobra Kai's coming back for one more season. So there's so many fun. The Recruit's a fun show on Netflix. So a lot of fun shows. Night Court, the revival, the return of Night Court has been a great show, and they've renewed that for season 2 already. And even That 90s Show on Netflix is a fun show. Blast from the Past, when returning the young and old cast members of That 70s Show now in That 90s Show on Netflix. So check that out if you get a chance. And keep it locked, DJ Roscoe Sports Show, for all your favorite sports and entertainment talk right here on DJ Roscoe Sports Show. And sing this quick song to my beautiful wife, Abby. Love you all my heart. Lorelai and LJ. Love you guys all my heart. Sleep well so we can all get a good night rest tonight. And have a fun day tomorrow. And I'll sing, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. So please don't take my sunshine away. Love you, Lorelai. Love you, LJ. And love you, Abby. And my wife still won't be able to stand this. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. EAGLES, Eagles, Eagles. 27-24, the Chiefs is my Super Bowl prediction. If you agree, disagree, I'd love to hear from you. Take Doomka, in the morning. This is not the Dooma. And things that nature. Jamie. Hasta la vista, baby. See, it's for cookie. That's good enough for me. See, it's for cookie. That's good enough for me. So enjoy the Super Bowl. Baseball's almost back. Basketball, hockey, but still enjoy the Super Bowl, and then it's baseball time, and get ready for pitchers and catchers, and baseball season will be here before you know it. This month, spring training games, and then next month, real baseball games that count. So keep it locked to DJ Roscoe Sports Show, your home for all your favorite sports and entertainment talk, right here on DJ Roscoe Sports Show. Have a great weekend, everyone. Take care. Have a fun, safe time watching the Super Bowl with the Super Bowl parties. And keep it locked, DJ Roscoe Sports Show. Your home for your favorite sports and entertainment talk right here on the DJ Roscoe Sports Show. Have a good night, everyone, and bye-bye. And about to forget, don't procrastinate. Get those Valentine's Day stuff, all the stuff ready for all the important men and women in your lives, the puppies, your pets even. Get the flowers, get the roses, get the cards, get the chocolates. Don't massage gift cards if you need to. Nail salons, whatever it is. Just don't forget your significant others and your loved ones. And next Tuesday, a week from now, is Valentine's Day. And President's Day weekend's right after, so you can get a mattress afterwards. So that's usually on sale there. But don't forget, take care of the people who are important in your lives. Have a nice Valentine's Day, and right after the Super Bowl, you get to enjoy Valentine's Day. So that's always exciting. And pitchers and catchers spring training starts right after the Super Bowl, so that as well. So keep it locked. DJ Roscoe Sports Show, your home for all your favorite sports and entertainment talk right here on the DJ Roscoe Sports Show. So enjoy the Super Bowl, and don't forget Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.